Sometimes I wonder why I spend the lonely night.
Hi, Amy. It's Friday, February 22nd, and I'm really behind on everything. Even the stuff I'm ahead of, I'm behind on because I wrote an essay on Monday and Sunday that was due today. And I was like totally ahead of it. I was on top of it. I finished it on Monday and it was due today at 5. And I remembered to print it out at 4:08 today. But none of that matters right now because it is Oscar season, my favorite time of the year, and I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win and who, if I had the magical, Oscar stick, I would pick. Now, since we're not messing around here, let's just cut to the chase, get to the big one. Best Picture, it's been going back and forth ever since, everything began, which it always does. At first it was Argo, because Argo came out before everything else did. And then there was like a short period of time when everyone thought that Les Mis was going to win all of the things, but then it became overrated, so it's not going to be Les Mis anymore. And then people were thinking Lincoln, which I think is overrated. And, if I think it's overrated, what I say goes, so it's overrated. And now it's sort of circled back to Argo. Possibly in part of the fact that Ben Affleck didn't get nominated for Best Director, which is what we'll go to next. That's what everybody knows about right now. Ben Affleck did not get nominated for Best Director Oscar, and he won all of the other awards. So we can't really use that to judge who will be Best Director. So since there's no Ben Affleck to win, some people are thinking maybe David O. Russell for Silver Linings Playbook, maybe Steven Spielberg for Lincoln. But what some people think, and what I hope will happen, is that the winner for Best Director will be Ang Lee for Life of Pi. Because Life of Pi was my favorite movie this season of movies, as you know, and I know that you liked it too. And pretty much the direction of that movie is what really, such a good movie. It's so good, and I think that it will go to Ang Lee. At least that is what I'm hoping. If I had my Oscar pick for Best Picture, I would put it as Life of Pi. I've seen 8 out of 9 of the Best Picture nominees, so it's just a more that I haven't seen because it's not been in theaters anywhere near me. It's a problem. I'll steal it off the internet. Sorry. Shh. I know what you're thinking. Hey, Avery, who's gonna win Best Act? I'm gonna stop you right there. It's gonna be Daniel Day-Lewis. No questions asked. Look, I know this isn't how the Oscars works, and I can't help that. I just think that after the fact that he's already won 2 Oscars, and that there were a lot of great performances this year, he doesn't need another one. Granted, I haven't seen his other movies that won. I don't know that I've actually seen him in anything besides Lincoln. And, I mean, yeah, he was really good in Lincoln. He was President Lincoln. Okay, fine. But, I mean, Hugh Jackman was really good. He doesn't have an Oscar yet. This was his first nomination for an Oscar, and he's a good actor, man. He is a good actor, man. Although, if we're talking about anybody in this season that I would want to give Best Actor to, it would have to be Suraj Sharma in Life of Pi. But I mean, come on, it was his first acting job ever, and he only went to audition because his brother bribed him with a Subway sandwich that he didn't even get in the end. And he was great! Okay, moving on. Best Actress. Now, I have mixed feelings about this one. It looks like right now it's between Jessica Chastain, who I think won the Drama Golden Globe, and Jennifer Lawrence, who won the Comedy Golden Globe. Although, the comedy of her performance, it's it's kind of a dramedy. But, I digress. The way it's looking right now, it seems like it might be Jennifer Lawrence who gets this. I kind of feel like it should be Jessica Chastain, although I think with all the controversy surrounding Zero Dark 30, no one really wants to touch it with a 30-foot pole. Which is kind of too bad, because she was really good in it, definitely. I mean, watching the movie was really uncomfortable, especially in the first 10-15 minutes or so when torture was so heavily featured. But the thing is, I don't get the people who say that it glorifies torture because I didn't see anything glorious about the first 15 minutes of that movie, and I don't think that it was trying to portray it as such. But we're talking about Best Picture. I mean, we're talking about Best Actress, so that's not really relevant right now. As for the other nominees, who I don't really think will get it, I did see Beast of the Southern Wild, and the young Miss Wallace, for a 6-year-old, was really good in that movie. And I really love that she got nominated for Best Actress because often when there's a really good performance by a young actor like that, no matter what type of role they had in the movie, they'll push them off into supporting actor territory, which is not to say that supporting actor is in any way lesser, but by doing that, it kind of seems like that's what they're suggesting, is that a child cannot put in a lead acting performance. Therefore, there's something lesser about the supporting actor category. Do you know what I mean? But so, clearly, though, she was the lead in that movie. On her teeny little shoulders, she held up that movie. So, 4 for you, girlfriend. Now we're going to talk about a category that annoys me this year. And that category would be the supporting actor category. Talk about your old white men. Add that to the fact that every old white man in this category has already won an Oscar. It just doubles the boring that this category is this year. I mean, come on. Come on. How about the actor who plays the adult Pi in Life of Pi? I mean, okay, I know I keep going back to Life of Pi, but seriously, it was really good. And how come it hasn't gotten acting recognition? Both of the Pies were amazing, and I think that the supporting performance that he did as adult Pi was Oscar worthy, definitely. Worthy of a nomination, and not considered. Why is that? So anyway, if we're judging by the awards that have already been given out, it's looking like it's going to be Christoph Waltz for Django Unchained. I really liked him in Django, and I really liked his character and his acting and everything. I just really like him. He's so adorable, and like the bromance that he is conducting through his acceptance speeches with Quentin Tarantino is so adorable. But I mean, it's because of being cast in his 2 movies that he is about to have, like, 2 Oscars, provided that I'm correct about him winning. But, you know, he won for Inglourious Basterds, and it looks like he's going to win for Django. So it's kind of because of Quentin Tarantino that he's, you know, as big in America, at least, as he is now. He's been acting for a long time, but I haven't seen him in anything else, so just saying. That being said, if it was gonna be one of the supporting actors from Django Unchained, why not Leo? Come on, guys. He was great in Django Unchained. He was like, he cut his hand open for our performance viewing. I'm kind of thinking you didn't see the movie, but I thought it was really good. I know, I need to read up on why it's problematic and everything, and I can kind of guess at where that story leads. But that aside, Leonardo DiCaprio was great and evil and beardy, and I really want him to get an Oscar, guys. I'm preaching to the choir, I think, because I'm putting this out basically on Tumblr, and we're all about wanting him to get an Oscar. But so just to wrap up this boring category, it might be Robert De Niro for Silver Linings Playbook, it might be Tommy Lee Jones for Lincoln, but I kind of really don't care. For supporting actress, let's be real, this is Anne Hathaway's year. It's a lock. I mean, some people think, you know, Helen Hunt was really good in The Sessions, and Sally Field was great, and she always wins. Well, she's been nominated twice, and she's won twice, but, I mean, let's be real here. Anne Hathaway. That's what it's gonna be. Animated feature film. I'm not sure about that one. I really wanted to see all of the movies in this category, but I didn't see most of them. I think, now this is biased, because these are the 2 that I've seen, but I think it's between Brave and Wreck-It Ralph, frankly. I mean, the other ones are Frankenweenie and Paranorman and the Pirates movie, which I heard was really, really good. But, I I'm thinking it's either Brave or Wreck-It Ralph. Guessing Brave? I really liked the costumes in Snow White and the Huntsman. But I mean, there was Chris Hemsworth was in that movie as the huntsman. And let me tell ya, he can thrust his axe into my dark forest anytime he wants. And then I guess, best original song will probably go to Skyfall. I don't know the words to that song. I'm pretty sure I heard it like once when I saw the movie. So, those are my predictions for some of the major categories in the Oscars this year. And I'm having an Oscar party, which I'm very excited about. There's going to be snacks and, games and fun times, so I'm really looking forward to it. Of course, underneath it all, like you were talking about in your video this week, there are a lot of problems going on in the Oscars institutionally. I mean, obviously, we have one POC director nominated, no women directors nominated this year, only 2 POC actors nominated. All I can say right now from where I'm standing is that there is a problem and something has to be done about it. So I hope, despite that you have a good Oscar Sunday and that your life is full of fun movies, because movies are the best, and I love them, and I will see you on Tuesday.